Hello and welcome to Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Welcome to my fire signs. We are doing week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. Our date in question is the 3rd to the 9th of April 2023. And on the table here in front of me, I am getting our little cute witchy on this week. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot and Everyday Witch Oracle. So created by the same person, beautiful artwork, and like I said, is a little bit witchy, but it's also got quite a nice cute factor to it. And that's the mood that I'm in this week, so I thought we would just go with it. I'm going to put the tarot aside for a bit, and we're going to start with the oracle. So as always, as I shuffle the deck, we're asking our guides and our angels and our ascended masters to connect with us, to give us a reading that is helpful, insightful, motivational. You know me, all about the motivational. A little bit of a reading to guide us for the week ahead for all Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, for all fire signs, and anybody who associates with fire signs or feels like they have strong fire sign energies in their chart, in their astrological chart. So we're asking for guidance for the week ahead. From the oracle here, we want to know, what is the theme for the week ahead? What is the overarching energy? What is the theme, the overall, that we need to be mindful of, aware of for the week ahead? Right, cutting the deck, taking a card off the top, and the card that we have for this week is... Oh, I love the artwork. I mean, first of all, it's all the purples. I mean, come on, who doesn't love all the purples? And the little key phrase across the bottom is gratitude and thanks. So, friends, you know me, I am such an advocate for gratitude. I practice gratitude every single day in my life. I don't do anything without giving some form of acknowledgement or gratitude for it. While I'm chatting, I am going to start shuffling the tarot. Gratitude and thanks. You know, I do believe that we don't practice enough gratitude. And actually, I'm hearing in my head right now, it's not so much about practicing gratitude as it is about practicing sincere gratitude, okay? You know, we can all look at a person and go, oh, thanks, that was lovely. But truth of the matter is, do we believe that? Do we mean what we're saying? Are we saying it out of obligation, or are we saying it because it is actually something that we truly are thankful and grateful for? So I love gratitude and thanks. Now, I'm going to say to you, gratitude and thanks is a two-way street. It's not just about you showing or giving gratitude to others, but it is also about you being open to receive gratitude. Now, if you're like me, I find that incredibly difficult. You know, it's like I said, I am an absolute gratitude advocate, but when people want to show gratitude to me, I don't know what to do with myself. You know, it's quite awkward, it's quite weird. And you know what the universe does? The universe does this to me because I struggle with it. I seem to get a lot, and especially when I have been giving a lot of gratitude, the universe wants to give back. And then I'm going like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I never stop giving, but I find it so awkward to receive. So that's what I'm getting with this particular card for all fire signs this week. It's not so much about saying thank you, but it's about, first of all, appreciating value and being sincere in that gratitude. But then it's also being open to receive gratitude from those who want to share it with you. Cards are shuffled. Let's have a look and see what the week ahead has in store. Right, so I'm going to lay out cards first, and then we will chat. Lay out cards, see if it fits. Oops, glare. Move over. Avoid the glare at all costs. And then down here, let's put these two. There we go. I think that fits-ish. Right, so fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. We start off with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I love Queen of Pentacles. First of all, look how she's sitting. She gives you that kind of, I almost want to call it a standoffish kind of vibe, okay? She's looking at you. She's got her hands open, her arms open, so she's not being closed off and whatever, but her body is slightly tilted off to the side. She is looking at you. She is approachable, but let me tell you, she's not going to want to chat about the weather. She's the kind of queen who says, right, what's your problem? What's your situation? And what are we doing about it? So she wants to get down to business, okay? And I think that's very much what we need to do for this week. As much as we've got gratitude and thanks, which is all airy-fairy and fabulous, but at the same time, we need to get down to the truth. And that's why Spirit was saying to me, it's about sincere gratitude. It's about sincere thanks. It's about feeling that honesty, that truthfulness within you. because it is the order of the day, it is the business of the day. So Queen of Pentacles, she's basically saying to you, make sure that you are expressing yourself, make sure that you are getting to the heart of the matter. Don't guess or assume that people understand your gratitude, okay? Because I think that's, again, something we do. We think, oh no, they know I appreciate it. Do they though? You know, that's the kind of thing that she's sort of saying to you. Do they? Don't make the assumption that everybody understands or knows how grateful and appreciative you are. It's time for you to get to the core of the business, get down to business, and do what needs to be done. Then we have the Four of Wands. Now here we have four maidens who have come together in celebration, okay? There is a reason to celebrate. We've got party tent in the background. You know, there is something big on the go. And I think this is saying to you, fire signs, that you've been working towards something. You've been in your life, whether it be career, whether it be relationship, finances, health, you know, whatever it is, you've been building up towards something. And maybe you've been keeping it to yourself. All right, because now I'm getting back to this matter at hand here. Maybe there is some achievement, accomplishment, attainment that you have achieved, but you've been keeping it to yourself. You haven't really shared it with others because, you know, we don't want to burden people with our stuff, and we don't want to seem like we are conceited or full of ourselves or selfish or whatever. So we tend to internalize a lot of things. Now, I know that is not really something that a fire sign does, but bear with me. So what we have here with the Four of Wands, it is about making a big show of appreciation, of celebration, of acknowledgement. So again, here we have a Queen of Pentacles. She's sort of looking at you saying, don't assume that everybody knows what you're feeling. Don't assume that everybody knows what you're up to. Make sure that you're speaking up. Make sure that you are expressing yourself in the right way and celebrate. Make a big thing about it, okay? So don't just look at a person and go, you know what, I value and appreciate you. Like, actually back that up with action. Back that up with action. Then we have, and this is where, I know I say this all the time, where things get interesting, but here we have Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles is typically not a fabulous card. Five of Pentacles is the card that talks about struggle. It talks about feeling on the outside, feeling left out, feeling forgotten even. And I think, you know, the message that I'm getting here in context of our circumstance is that if we don't start acknowledging and celebrating our own successes and the successes of other people with them, if we don't start practicing gratitude and thanks and expressing ourselves properly, sincerely, we are going to be on the out. And nobody wants to be on the out, especially us fire signs. We are the heart of the party. We are the ones that are in the center of all of that. And we want the accolade and the, you know, all of the, we want to bring people together and we want it to happen quickly. So the Five of Pentacles is basically saying to you, if you are feeling on the out, it's because you haven't been sincere. You haven't been acknowledging, interacting, participating, and boosting others in the way that they need. Therefore, when they have anything to celebrate, they generally tend to forget about you because they've assumed you know you're invited, just as you've assumed that they know that you're grateful. You see where this is going? Gosh, I feel like I am Queen of Pentacles lecturing us all, but you know what? That's the energy that's coming through, and I am just the channel. Right, we have down the bottom here the Seven of Cups. And again, you know, this particular situation, it sort of puts us in a predicament. It sort of, you know, it makes us feel like we have to do something, that there's only one way of doing it, and we feel quite boxed. And as fire signs, when we feel boxed, we feel like we want to escape. We feel like we want to just break free and do whatever violently and aggressively we need to remove ourselves from the threat of being boxed in. So Seven of Cups has come through to say that, you know, even though we're giving you hard information here, and we're saying to you, you know, don't assume that anybody knows how grateful you are. Don't assume that, you know, that people don't want to hear your good news, or that you're not invited to the party. Don't assume anything like that. And always understand that you always have choice. You know, Seven of Cups is always about choice. It's basically saying to you, but sometimes what happens is we can get, and maybe not so much as fire signs, but we can get quite caught up in this analysis paralysis of, gosh, so many choices. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Have you ever had a situation where you're feeling like something to drink? and you sort of go to a restaurant or you go to a coffee shop and you say, right, you look at the drinks menu and there are like 12 things that you really enjoy and you really feel like them, and it's like so difficult to pick one thing. So then what happens is we tend to revert to our familiar, and I think this is spirit saying this is not a week to revert to familiar. Okay, fire signs. So understand, in giving gratitude, don't just always revert to, oh, thank you, that's so amazing. Look at your other options. How else can you show gratitude and thanks? How else can you participate in the celebration so that they don't feel out or that you don't feel out? And then to finish it off, we have got the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is another card of choice. And I'm even going to go as far as to say that our Five of Pentacles is the card of choice, because this is a choice that you've created for yourself, that you've put yourself in this position where you are on the outside, where you are disconnected, okay? And here we've got the choice of what to do and how to do it. And finally, our Two of Wands is saying to you that, you know, you've got the whole world in your hands and you get to decide what you do with it. You get to decide what next. And I love how we have the fire salamander, you know, climbing up the wall right there, which is again bringing that fire energy, bringing that passion and that enthusiasm. But it's also saying to you, you know, sometimes you have to just follow your gut, but you need to make sure that nobody, or actually, let me rephrase that. You need to make sure that everybody knows what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and the gratitude and thanks and appreciation that you have. So instead of just assuming that everybody understands, this week in particular, it is important that you show gratitude and thanks and allow, remember, it's a two-way street, allow others to reciprocate and show you that same gratitude and love. All right, so fire signs, interesting week for you. I definitely think it's all about your interactions with other people. I definitely think it's all about the way that you engage and interact with others, but also in the way that you allow them to interact and engage back with you. Remember, the focus is about gratitude and thanks. So in everything that you do, even if you're feeling on the out, even if you're feeling like it's not your place, even if you're feeling like you don't know quite what to do, just do it anyway, but do it in a big fashion. All right, make sure that there's eye contact, make sure that there's physical emotion, physical touch, physical connections before you give gratitude and thanks. And when somebody gives it back to you, follow that same kind of recipe. Eye contact, physical touch, whether it's a shake of a hand, whether it's a fist pump, whether it's a hug, whatever it is, make sure that there's some kind of physical acknowledgement, and then give the verbal, emotional side of it as well. And I think if you do that, you may actually get yourself out of some sticky situations this week. So the answer to all your questions is gratitude and thanks. All right, fire signs, I'm loving that for us for the week ahead, as always, with love and blessings from our heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, fire signs.